Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LEC Spring 2025.
Is it Elk that was Jong-Moon Madness? Is that Elk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jomong Madness, excuse me. Execute was Jong-Hoon Madness. You missed that. That was the LEC. But it does, in that moment, as an innocent bystander in this entire contest, I am just asking them to murder each other one time. And Isma's going to be happy to oblige me, but he's already been ulted. Luckily, not under tower. His ulti will hit Patrick, and now Patrick's going to be in trouble. Noah's going to try to finish the job. Barrier going down. Noah flashing away. Patrick's still alive! Jackie's tries to throw the ball down. It's Noah who's going to die! The Shockwave, he wasn't watching the ball! Oh, that's supposed to be a rule for a different sport, but it applies in League of Legends too. He took his eye off the ball! Could have been a more positive trade, but now GX have a 1K gold lead. Bot lane getting a lot of that. They're now trying to start a play as the tree wall combo comes out. Noah zoned, will get flicked back. This should just be a quick kill to kick things off. GX, have they now overstayed their welcome? It's a 3v2, but Jackie's is on the way in. He doesn't have a Shockwave, but it's just around the corner. 2 seconds, it's about to come up. Jun finding 2 with the lockup. Shockwave whiffing completely because it was attached to Jun. A moment of miscommunication. TP now going in. Lot has finally arrived. Needlework coming out. Patrick on the way down. And a little bit messy.
That's kind of what we saw from Lot as well, and will secure the dragon off the back of us.
Yeah, sitting pretty comfortably in the game. Admittedly, both mid laners are League of Legends. We have more room to talk about things that are in League of Legends than I expected. All right. Will ult.
There is no hollowed mist.
No hollowed mist. This should just be it. He waits to the one button that matters. It's a quick pick on the bottom side. It does mean conceding the Herald, but now Rogue transition this into a tower. A nice early look. And they already got Warfare and first brick at the same time. So the feats are theirs.
Yeah, it will be traded though by Jackie's on that top side.
This bot wave. Rogue do need to catch this. Someone needs to get this money. GX trying to play through bot lane. Rogue trying to play through mid.
Herald using the bot side just to try and break it. Essentially, GX are now struggling with the issue of, hey, Rogue are potentially going to a third dragon. We can't really get vision control that we need, and Rogue are able to poke us down. So now they're just going to try and hard force off of getting bot tower down.
Jackie's eyes on the ball. Patrick won't make the same mistake twice. Both teams just getting zoned off. Lot finally here. It's a full 5v5. GX taking better position. They've still got the Herald in the bot lane. Jun on the flank as well. The ulti is going to connect onto Isma. That's a good start, but there's no follow-up.
It's only about trying to buy time. If Isma can't damage the dragon, a Rogue can damage him.
Yeah, get a bit more poke. You're right. Extended play expected to favor Rogue, although the big ones from Noah are hitting. Lot now immediately going in. Gwen immune. Isma getting chunked out, but might be able to focus on the objective. Mauring still able to throw down the ult. Isma needs to get behind the rest of the team. The retreat going in. Jun forced back as well. 4K getting lower. Flick back not going to hit onto Lot. How much longer on the Hallowed Mist? But it looks like GX are just going to retreat. They don't want to flip anything else. So in the war of attrition, Rogue come out on top.
Good patience from Rogue on the play. So they position for this. They're trying to get there now, but I don't think they realize this is going down. Only now
we said when you don't have engage, this is one way to get a fight that's favorable. To just force an objective. Mauring immediately getting ult. 5K getting lower. They don't really have time to finish this, but will it just end up being a leash because Isma's just getting chunked out. The jungler's gone. They've leashed it for Rogue. Rogue, are they going to back away or are they going to keep it going? Mauring still staying in the pit. Execute off to the side. Has been zoned away. Lot can do a lot of work. Nice advance coming in from Mauring. He dodges the shockwave. He gets the objective. He withdraws straight back to base. Larson going in. Jun finding a beautiful knockup, but will it cost him his life? Now trying to get away the clone. The flick back. Still connecting. Patrick about to get taken out, but again, it's only a false life because they managed to steal the objective. Adam also getting sent back. It's a huge gold influx for GX, but a pretty tragic steal.
It's tragic that the steal went through, but Loss kind of played out of his mind in that fight. It's a bit sad he's not going to get any of it. Keep your eyes on Loss. He immediately moves down onto Patrick, finishes off, Execute in just a second as well. So as you get all this on the top side of the fight, Lot is getting a ton of work done. So while some members are going down on that top side, the fact that Lot was able to deal with the bottom lane and then get Adam as well really kind of saved that fight, because if there was a front to back, I think GX all would have died there and Rogue would have come out massively ahead.
And now another fist fight. Rogue completely grouped here in the bottom lane. Poke again connecting onto Isma. This is the struggle of the Skarner we mentioned before. It's so hard for him to just dive in and start a fight, but now Lot is that much closer. Lockup still there from Execute. 3 stacks, trying to get in with a few more. Malrang about to get taken out. Lot now running, those ulti charges gone. It's Larson on the flank, and Adam starting to do a lot of work in the fight as Patrick finds the shutdown.
Rogue coming out on top. Fight was way more coordinated this time around, managing to set up, prevent Isma from being able to get over the wall, get him down, and from that point forward, Giant X are just on the back foot the whole time. Dragon, Soul for Rogue, mid-tower, now gone.
The Summoner's Code. This man, mental of steel, to continue trying, hoping that this time the VAR Assault would miss. Patrick just continues to free hit the objective. Jackies can try and find a way in. Jun here as well. Nice wall from Larson, but a little bit late. Lot now coming over the wall. They're looking for the fall. If they steal, this game can turn around in an instant. Adam now on a killing spree. Malrang taken down. Isma the only try to pin, and he hit both of them. He moved the ult. It finally happened. They touched the slug. They died.
The one thing they had to do was not go into the pit, so Giant X...
Malrang Rogue need to show us that same restraint, that same patience, but it's no longer on their terms. Isma chunked out, but is able to walk away before the root connects from Execute. GX trying to poke a little bit back. Good big one coming in from Noah. Jackie's with movement speed steroids, the shielding as well. Ulti from Patrick again onto Isma. This time it looks like they have the damage to finish the job. Isma dead, but Lot's found his way into the back line, but it's not enough. He goes golden, he buys a brief moment. Jackies now follows up, looks for the shockwave. It's a flashback out. It only hits onto Larson. Lot still retreating. The arrow! Patrick finding the target as GX continue to push forward. They're being zoned away. The Baron empowering them, but they're getting lower and lower. Patrick continuing to poke. Jackies desperately wants this tier 2 tower.
They might actually be able to get the tier 2, although as I say that Patrick getting some good damage on the back line, but the biggest issue, they haven't really managed to get or even look at these inner turrets that much.
Malrang.
Okay.
If they don't see him, this is a good play. And they did not see him. Noah caught, shut down there, Rogue. Priority access now, GX. Everything was going good. They found the one fight that they were looking for, but now they're going to need to find another. Good news is Patrick very low. No lifesteal, really. Might not matter, however.
Isma can look for the steal over the wall. They have some vision. Actually, won't actually spot where the Elder is. Clone will, though.
Jun, ready to kick things off. TP from behind. Here comes the Gwen. 4K, getting lower, rooted. 3K, who's going to get the objective? Shockwave having in the meantime, but it might not matter if it already goes down. Isma getting taken out. Discipline from Rogue. They're not going to get the objective any lower. Or is it? They finally managed to take it. Elder down. Lot in the midst of everyone. Rogue only able to grab 3 in the context of the extended fight, giving Adam's life, but getting the Elder close. But once that objective is finished, he's just so fast to drop. And you saw in that fight, again, honor Isma. He's 0-4-3. I'm not going to tell you that he's had a good game. I cannot say that. But this man continues to participate despite Patrick ulting him on cooldown every time.
I was also going to say, I don't feel like him having this bad game is his fault. There is zero you can do against this. And even Dragon, because you just end up so low so quickly when you get to siege up like this. You can see there, Rogue just immediately take the tower.
Yeah. Leah might actually be their best source of sustained damage, but Patrick is hitting.
So
5K, GX going for Elder instead. They're just going to concede the Baron. Jackie's chunked. Wall going down. Now Jackie's might just be in trouble. Larson trying to find the angle. Flash over the wall. Jackie's not quite going to get caught. Team split. GX retreating. But again, the Baron is already down in favor of Rogue. Purely good for them if they can extend this play. Stop GX from taking anything else.
I think it was a mistake from Jackie's. That ultimate could have been key to catching Rogue as they try and come back in and take vision, but now you don't have that tool, and Rogue establishing themselves once more. The poke will just start to rain down again. GX, I think they just have to disengage from this.
Adam resetting. Perhaps the TP back in. Locke's going to be the one to TP first, looking for the flank. Now it's Adam TPing in as well. Larson going for the flick. He hits Isma. Execute waiting behind, with the Gwen waiting. Adam going to go in, trying to make it an isolated 1v1. Does not want to let him get in on the squishier backline. Adam now running as the Gwen tries to reset the fight. Goes a little bit. Gold to the Elder has gone down for GX in the meantime. Rogue need to get the hell out. So far, they still won the fight. The Gwen in trouble. Larson going to try and finish the job. Lot will eventually fall. Try to fall. He does go the wrong way. So they get the Elder, but they lose 2, and they might just lose the game.
Yeah, you don't have that ultimate on Jackie's. Jun kind of needs to make a serious hero play here if he wants to hold on. Maybe you can get the burn with the Elder, but 3 versus 5. This is a tough ask for Giant X.
See the damage dealt to champions, the poke, the story of this entire game. No chance for Corki, Orianna, or Gwen to team fight. It's just the Jace and the Varus endlessly throwing out these skill shots. Flash forward, they're trying to lock up Jackie's. Jung looking to turn the fight. Noah needs to do so much work, needs to do so much damage. The Karma's so low, but the shields are still there. Noah wants to finish it, but he just can't get any kill done. They're all blinking. Chemtech doing a little bit of work. Finally, Mauring will fall, but he does get the ult off in time. Noah, one Corgi versus the world. Technically riding a Corgi as well. You hold the line. Great character. The best part of Nico being in pro is that single interaction.
Yeah. Okay,
ulti. Managing to hit one back. Isma's connected. Jun looking for an angle to the backside. He's only going to connect to one. Mauring now running. He's a fast little tree, and he is fast enough to escape.
He's so fast. What?
How
the hell did he get out of there? I have never seen a tree move that fast, ever.
I've never seen a tree move, but I imagine it would be surprising if they did it that fast. Adam running. Just get massively chunked out. The poke war just continues to rage, as Isma very happy to have that Warmogs. They don't really have good vision control. Mauring just threw that sapling not into a bush, but will still walk in anyway. Decent shielding coming out from the Mantra E, the Defiance from Execute.
This is a brave
do
move.
not have the vision set up.
Yeah, they're basically banking on Jackie's having a reset, which he does, but he can still TP into the fight after clearing the wave.
Is it just a double TP in lane to try the end of the game? No, they want to TP in for the fight. Clone there, AK. Isma could just go over the wall. Is it just going to come down to a 50-50? Mauring ulting. Rogue turning for the fight. I like the call. Lot doing good damage, but goes gold. Buys a second. Now it's Noah who's jumping forward. Noah, immediate cleanse on the ulti coming up from the bars, but Lot's been taken down in the meantime. Patrick now unstoppable. I didn't even see who got the Baron. The answer is GX. Jackie's running. They managed to get out with 3-4 players. Jun trying to get a bit more space. They're trying to retreat to hold the line. Keep in mind that mid lane is still vulnerable. Could be attacked. Jackie's running away, a bit slowed by Larson. They want to shut down these Barons so they can just end the game. Jackie's almost finding one with the shockwave. Gets two! They line it up for him! The ball finding the kills! Mauring now running Rogue! They just, this catastrophe! What is going on? Game 1, 45 minutes, GX versus Rogue. The weirdest fight we've ever seen and ever cast. And it might be
Zonya's Hourglass, but Noah getting a ton of work done onto Mauring as everyone on Rogue had moved out. Then you end up getting the steal in the pit. Noah flashes out of the back.
And Jack stage. Yeah. 80K has to be enough, right? It's gold. GX.
How big are the coins, though?
That's a very good question. We need more details. This is the lore that they're not giving us enough info on. We need a segment called Lore with Lore. I know this has been pitched before, but there's too many rhymes around this. All right, Rogue, disengaging, buying space with the Maokai ultimate. Flick back onto Isma, solid. GX pushing. Jackie's very fast. Shockwave not going to hit. Quick flash out from Mauring. Lot now chasing down Adam. Wall going in to potentially isolate Jackie's. Lot is fast, but Execute is there as well. Extra shield going in, looking for the knockback, but Lot still standing, but the plan force backwards. Can't quite finish the kill.
They get the mid-terror off the back of it, though.
50 seconds of Elder. They're going to break the second inhib here. If GX don't over-push, I think they've won the game.
Yeah, all they need to do is just get that top wave now. Lock and TP back in.
Minutes ago around that Baron. So just reminding people that anything is possible. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
So, Rogue, if they had a minion line, could essentially just try and protect it and run down mid lane and force Giant X to retreat. But you're now pushing into super creeps, makes that a little tough for Rogue, which is why Giant X feel comfortable to just sit in this river and try and back.
TP in from the Gwen. Larson and Jackie's trading blows. Locket already used. Extra movement speed from the Shirelias as Patrick flashes in, rinsing and repeating the ult onto Isma. Isma might be in trouble, but he manages to lock up two. Just with the follow-up! Huge combo! Larson coming in, but it might be too late. Jump with the flick back. Now it's an even fight. Lock continuing forward. Noah trying to lay down a bunch of damage. Now the Gwen ready to take over. Mauring and Larson, the last two surviving, as Execute continues to run for the hills. For the rest of GX, eyes on the prize. They don't want the fight. They want the game. 1v1ing an Elder Dragon. That's pretty epic.
Yeah, I mean, he sold his boots a long time ago, so he's a big
tower, vulnerable. Shockwave hitting two. Execute flashing out. Mauring trying desperately to hold on. But the Delta Dragon, they haven't finished it yet. 6K getting lower. They don't have a jungler in the area. 10K, it does reset. Noah has to stop his 1v1. Instead needs to return to his PvP aspirations. Mauring getting massively chunked and completely deleted. Surely that's the end.
Yeah, Rogue are just getting sloppy. Mauring wants to try and get in towards Elder, but they're losing their inhibitor, or sorry, their Nexus turret as well. Giant X now. They have it. They have their jungler here.
Elder, Execute steps forward. I don't think there's any reason to do that, but he will anyway. Elder down. 2 minutes left on this Elder. If Rogue get this Baron, and sorry, if GX get this Baron, I don't think Rogue can win the game. That should be it. That should be the death blow.
Where Rogue can hold on.
And yet it might exist, Rob. It might
ready.
happen. Isma running forward.
I went off the magic carpet.
Aurelius. We're in here till the bitter end. Or the happy end. We'll see the context. GX breaking inhibs left and right. Ready to march. Malrang ulting. The team a bit split on their decisions here. Flick only hitting Isma. Poke taking about half his health. Elder still there for 1 minute and 10 seconds. I don't think Rogue can wait this out. But GX, the very least, gonna get 3 inhibitors. But maybe one more Baron.
I think this is it. Double super creeps. You can see them marching down every single lane now with all 3 inhibitors gone. This makes it next to impossible.
Isma going in. Doesn't hit anybody.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! A big throw! Line them as a team, but they managed to one-shot Adam. Noah! GX pushing forward. Noah managed to find a lot of damage, but they can't quite finish the kills. Surely that should just be it, but Jackie's is so damn low. Judd trying to find the engage. Malrang in the midst of the team. Off to the side is Patrick, but he can't finish the kill. Noah now going in. Patrick trying to get a bit of damage done. The game is over!
GX and spalls.
Poppy for Jun I also like as a potential aggressive option. We'll see if he wants to go Halo Blades for a powerful level 1, although some of the base damages for Poppy were hit pretty hard, so I imagine it will be Aftershock.
The early boy groups make sense. Also just the fact that you're a tier machine versus a BF sword already on Noah means that it would be a little bit terrifying to try and fight this one out.
Yeah.
So Adam able to just clear out the wave and keep himself happy. And now I imagine we'll get the reset once more because you kind of want to get this matchup as Adam into the Aatrox, but we'll have to see.
Will be something we keep our eyes on. Objective trade, as you highlighted, for now. See when Adam gets to start doing Olaf things. I don't feel like he's super favored in the context of 2v2. It's just so hard for him to approach, and the Kai'Sa early on just does a lot of damage in those short trades. Normally the range of something like the Ezreal is what stops her from being able to use that. Is Isma has overstayed. There's a level 6 here. He's going to Q away. He's going to flash away. Flash and first blood from Malrang.
The flash cataclysm animation is so sad.
Malrang, unperceived. His brush, waiting for an opportunity to go onto Jackie's. Doesn't have flash.
Oh.
Malrang, ulti ready, blocks up Jackie's. The ulti goes through the wall. Jackie's in trouble. Caught the pin, and Patrick takes him down. 3 ultis combined to take Jackie's out of the equation, and things starting to look pretty good for Rogue.
Yeah, I think it's the fact that, like, obviously Larson has gotten the 2 assists, which is nice, but that kill actually going to Patrick helped out massively in just keeping him now in a position where you can try and outpace this Kai'Sa, because traditionally the Kai'Sa wants to look for the level 6 breakpoint.
Jackie's might just die again. Flag, drag, Rel coming over the wall. Jackie's ignited. He doesn't have a flash this time around, but Isma now trying to body block. Extra healing coming in. They managed to save him. Jun with the knockup, the follow through, the stun over the wall. Now the severing bolt. Jackie's gets one back. Oh, excellent play from support jungle to save Jackie's in what could have been a disastrous situation.
Yeah, if he'd gone down again, that would have been, you know, an absolute disaster for Giant X. But they're not in a bad spot now. They've actually managed to turn that around, keep themselves in a position where
this top half.
Malrang. Connection there from Lot. Flag and drag forward, bit of extra damage. Lot probably dead, will be forced to flash. At the very least, Cataclysm to follow. Execute getting pulled backwards. Malrang just barely not out of tower range. Jun now falling up, another severing bolt. But they're grouped up this time, so they deny the extra damage. In the meantime, the Drake will fall. So 6 grubs to 2 Drakes. Malrang is forced to flash from the severing bolt. This is a game where having that additional bit of tankiness can go a long way, especially when you're going to have someone like Noah diving face first into you. Execute looks like he's been caught. Noah to follow. Execute ulting, gets the aftershock off, interrupted by the steadfast presence. Meanwhile, Malrang taking wolves, and a nice pick on to Execute. Jun might try to cover, but Adam is here as well. Isma has to be very careful about not stepping too far up. You can see immediate dash out using the Arctic Assault to escape. First tower will fall. Bit unceremonious.
Loss, going to keep pushing on top, so I think Giant X is going to trade, but Larson calls.
Larson, 4th mark now coming through. That's the stun. Nice timing on the flash to make it out. I believe he does have the Merc Tread to stay a little bit healthier. Rod of Ages as well. That additional HP keeping him healthy, keeping him standing. Chemtake Drake down. Adam. Malrang, Patrick on the chase, debating if they want to continue with this one. TP down from GX. Adam, defensive ult now just to run this one out. Rogue, good call to just retreat. Recognize the TP is coming in and have backed off, but Adam now in trouble. Spiraling Despair is there. Severing Bolt gonna connect. Kill finish now from Jackie's. Execute running. Huge damage falling from Lot. Malrang trying to turn it back. It's Patrick and Malrang versus the world, but Jun wants to get this kill locked down. No one able to finish off Lot. Malrang getting lower and lower the flag and drag through, but not quite hitting the priority target as the target falls. Jun, another knockback into the wall, another Severing Bolt and a shutdown to Lot.
It's a huge swing for Giant X. Rogue tried to have their cake and eat it too.
Rogue gonna grab some back for themselves. So again, Dagda, we are in a very, very close game.
Yeah, I think also Rogue at times feel like they've, say against Vitality game 2, felt like they kind of understood how they want to play the map. Now they just look like they have no clue, and Giant X are
capitalizing. Now they might be caught. Execute trying to find a way out. Interrupt on the crash down. Severing Bolt pre-prediction or aimed at Larson. Not clear, but they managed to find the kill as Patrick does good damage. Isma healing up though. Chemtech Rip, that extra shielding, extra healing. So quick, easy pick on the Execute, and now GX can just start the Drake. TP up topside, they're just gonna concede this.
Yeah, Larson, but I don't like this from Larson. You are the sole member of your team with teleport.
Also,
and now you've just gone to get away that you
just go auto.
Yeah, they just go auto. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, this is
with some play, but with the false life, if they can secure Baron, they're in a very commanding position.
Yeah, and also you don't really have someone that can really face check these. Like, you look at Jarvan, sure, but he's also gone for Sterix, Sundered Sky. He is not very tanky if you want someone to do that. And look at, like, yes, you've got members of GX on Baron, but there's a lot more members that are in the jungle right now.
Shattering Strike missing. Snare connecting. Execute getting chipped out before he can even arrive. Steadfast Presence is gone, though, so potentially a brief window of opportunity. Again, you're only fighting for false lives here. Trying to take Jun out of the equation. 5K, objective leash, fight off to the side as well. Adam now trying to get the hell out. Spiraling Despair going down. Adam just barely able to sneak away. 4K on the objective. What is the call? Flag and drag out. Execute now going in. Patrick on touch. Keep your eyes on the Ezreal. He has to make the difference. One member going to be sent packing. Noah finally withdrawing. GX, the objective resetting. Ulti across the top. So the recall's coming out in exchange for the life of Execute, but crucially
Execute in some members, but we're back on Baron.
Rogue full committal. They see Lot on the bottom side of the map. Maybe they're hoping to get that TP out. Jackie's waiting over the wall. Does see them with the Scryers. Ward behind. Rogue have to turn onto one side. It looks like the answer is to go face first into Jackie's, hoping to find that fight. They're caught between a rock and a hard place here. 4K getting lower. Patrick in the midst of the pit, likely just to fall. The Ezreal, the strongest point on the map, deleted in an instant. Rogue have fumbled. It's on Adam to try and turn the fight, but the lifesteal, his ability to rampage through this one, it's not enough. Double kill coming in for Noah. Rogue collapsing in this Baron exchange.
Rogue have bitten off a bit more than they can chew, and in the last game may have just tired themselves.
Shut Jackie down. The siege now starting. There should be no way.
Especially because they didn't actually burn the flashes on Jackie's or Noah, right? Well, sorry, Noah's is about to come back up, but it means that if you go for a fight, you just don't really have a prime target to go for either. So now you get the full value out of this Baron buff, and you can already see the Red Bull Baron power play, 4,000 gold in Giant X's favor.
You also have the arm guard for Jackie, so that much more defensive utility. And Noah with healing reduction and armor penetration starting to come through. The threat of the Olaf, the effectiveness of the Sundered Sky, Jarvan heavily diminished. So GX going to grab Soul as well. Bounties have now spawned for the side of Rogue. I don't know if they're going to get a chance to get him.
Ooh, Noah.
Larson just getting one pop there. Knocked back into the wall. Execute now needs to make his way out. Larson trying to hold on as long as possible. The pop from the ulti, not quite enough to finish him. The extra shielding coming in, but Larson will eventually go down. Flash you're talking about.
Eviscerated where they stood. Rogue try to enter a part of the map that doesn't belong to them in Giant X. They're happy to take those kills. Waves not even in a position to really do anything, so Giant X kind of standing there staring at Rogue, knowing they're about to break open their home.
And credit to GX holding on in that last game, weathering the storm, coming in stronger in this game too, setting themselves up for success, finding these angles, these fights, and now these immense individual leads. Much more dominant performance. I don't want to say it's a draft diff, but this draft does feel better for GX, I would say, compared to game one.
Yeah, big time. You having engage, ease of access to different folks, it's a good old time for Giant X.
All right, Rogue. I don't know if there's a rabbit in that hat, but you need to pull something out of it. Rogue holding the line, but likely the inhibitor's still going to fall.
Yeah, it feels a little bit like they just keep pulling more handkerchiefs out of the hat, and it's not really getting anywhere.
Malrank finding two, but Noah ready to go with an ultimate. Victor ulti on top, but Noah still has the shielding from the ulti, and Lot is off to the side. Execute manages the fancy footwork around one. Adam still in the midst of the team, but Noah does so much damage. Three-man lock is coming in with the crushing maw. Jackie's finally active in the fight. Isma grabbing that kill onto Larson, but it's all eyes on Patrick. Can he make the difference? GX whittling away slowly but surely. Mid and jungle already dead for the side of Rogue. Surely this is the end. Patrick doesn't even have enough mana to kill all 5 members. On his way out, GX focus on the objective. Patrick straying too far forward, forced to flash. Not enough mana left. Lot on a killing spree. Adam taken out as well. GX 55-minute game 1, but in game 2 they find redemption, and now they're playing with their food. It's a whole hell of a lot of confidence. GX will close this out 2-0. One last steadfast presence, one last kill onto Malrang, and they will take this game, their first series win in LEC Spring.
And a big win.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LEC Spring 2025.
Surprised that Koi fell prey to that gank. They're actually, look, they're pinging. They're going for the redive in bot lane as well.
Alvaro again, he used all his summoners. They go to Super, he might have cleanse, but his flash will be in vain. First blood already goes over, Stendhal died for it, and guess what? So does Blackett. That one was an execute, but the wave is at the turret. Denied.
Elioya now making his way towards mid. The knockup comes through.
Camilo has flash available. He's going to rocket jump first all the way down to his jungler. Sheo can come and help out, and as Elioya chases this, he won't find much more than a couple of plants. Getting mad. Jojo can't help. That's a big word, is it?
Yeah, big deal.
Big deal. Just by saying the word big.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This is a big deal.
It is indeed, because Zenithblade's going to connect in Super. He might have his flash still there, but after the last play, he can't get out. He gets rooted down again. 3 kills divided between Blackett and Sheo.
A repeat gank works out for Heretics as they set their sights on the bot lane. A nice play, easily executed. And as you rightly said, Hysterics, Super not really beat. The cross map from Elioya is coming through onto the drag.
Well, Carlson into that lane opponent. Going to feel a lot better than the Rumble, I guess, as he just gets up his combo. As McCoy going to take Dragon. This is the cost of the grubs. 3 grubs against a comp that has Yone, but a comp that has Tristana.
Had the support from his team. Both Stend and Camilo both Stend and Flacket making their way towards mid lane, looking to put some pressure down onto Jojo. Looking for a bit of a fight.
Can't do too much, but he's probably surprised at Corky damage. Jojo almost dies, dodges the ulti. Super's now here with flash and ulti available, but he's not going to pull the trigger, not even going to get a summon and trade as Ewan gets ulti top, by the way. Carlson just sends out the public execution. Now with the ulti down, has to clear the wave because Team Heretics is going to turn it into a dive. The Solar Flare's down, the flash away from Ewan. Under turret won't save him either. The Stranglethorn's unleashed. Team Heretics with another with Flacket now, meanwhile, running away from mid.
The electrocute proc.
Team Heretics. I don't think I've praised Jojo this much yet. Like, I mean, it's fair. It is true. Bro, he's had better laning, but when have we gone out of way to be like, Jojo's insane?
Well, again, like, I think his first 2 weeks, his opposition was definitely not easy going up against both Vladdy and Caps, but I think that he did demonstrate much better laning compared to what we've seen. Right now, it's Heretics starting off the Dragon. Alvaro face checks.
Yeah, he does face check, but it's a Rakan. He absorbs the Solar Flare. Why you Solar Flare or Rakan, I'll never know. So Alvaro just took a free ulti.
Bit of a whiff there from Stend. Not predicting. It looks like Koi, I don't think they're in a great position to contest, so it looks like they're just going to give this one away.
Dragon for a dragon, grubs for grubs. Big spot.
I thought, yeah, Australia was problematic because I had that hole in the ozone, right?
I think we all do, don't we?
No, never mind.
I give up. Especially from Camilo.
It makes sense, because right now the fight over control over the top river begins. You can see Jojo already starting to move, gets the push in the bot wave. I think he's going to be too late though. Koi They're a little slow on the setup, but here we are. Mewin's arrived.
Maybe the chase is going to be okay. Finding Shao is only the tick in the box as well. He hits the flash away and it's stolen. Burned down by a rumble as Mewin's just auto-attacking for free. Elyoya takes the damage and ends up dying for it as this trade already begins. And Jojo might not find the ulti, but he's going to find Flacket flying through for a shutdown. Chain Disruption or an afterthought, but a good one. The arrow even piercing through, and Koi, it takes one fight to silence the deal from Heretics.
I mean, Koi get absolutely everything. They only lose their jungler and they get a clean ace off the back of it. They'll even secure the Herald.
Wait, 3k gold lead all of a sudden, and again, quick reminder to you all that that dragon is now just going to be taken by them as well. Off the back of that fight, we've almost got a second. And again, it's strange to say, but like, while Jojo's not the only one, it does feel like this Yone, Vetty, is going to be mega hard to match.
The Rift right now.
Otacon spawning bot side, going to be ruinous, ravenous, ruinous, whatever. The black and red one, not the orange one. They were talking you out of before. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
They just keep pushing in mid lane. And Heretics is just kind of awkwardly standing here in the river, not really doing anything.
You're gonna have to go for mid. Blackett has to move that. Bot's probably an issue as well. Jojo now all-inning on Carlson, and there you go
they're
again.
gonna die.
Yeah, and they're getting burnt. Mewin's just taking Camilo. Tristana gonna go for a different kind of hop, and that equalizer, oh, it's so nice, isn't it? Shea can only play defensive, but to do nothing and stand there and just take it. Koi with another double. Mewin, I want to hear the voice comms on that one because he is Gatling gun down Team Heretics now.
I mean, Koi made that look so easily, and rightly so, because Heretics leads. They set their sights on the Otacon. And again, we go back to this. Just look at the map state right now. Camilo's trying to go back towards the bot lane. Jojo, meanwhile, sitting at 252 CS, getting close to the Flame Horizon in the mid lane matchup.
And again, even though Team Heretics started so nicely, is Solar Flare going to be flushed away from Elyoya? Zen looking for the center plate, he won't find it. It's all gone horribly wrong, and watch this, Jojo with a massive angle. We want to see that ulti because Team Heretics are lining up with the equalizer as well. On top, they sit at fire, but now with the flames through comes the blade. Carlson running for his life, his dear life. How long it lasts is up to him as he flashes to make sure it extends. Past that fight, nothing but strong.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is that a lot of attention was put towards the bot side of the map from Shao. They constantly tried to gank Super and Alvaro. Screen now, okay, Elyoya is still behind in gold, but the rest of the map is fully in Koi's control.
You know, you talked a little bit about the setup for Ambessa as well. Like, while there hasn't really been a strict 5v5 that Carlson's been able to play towards, you know, it's not like the fight. It's not like playing the pick of
Engage, utilize that Baron to get that fight, and then look to end the game. And they're going to start this one off.
Well, Mewin's bot, he's got TP. He can join anytime he wants. He got the bot wave push in as well, so Carlson will be a little bit delayed. Ward spot's out at 7k, and Team Heretics gonna get hit over the wall. Before I can say anything more, instead, Solar Flare down on Jojo. He does die, doesn't get to use a thing. Reset for Camilo, chasing Alvaro, but that stops the Baron, and all that praise for Koi and Jojo. He has everything up, and he just got caught.
That right there is a demonstration of the nerfs. This time he didn't get to use the E to break away from the CC.
Bounty on his head, and what I can tell. And with all that gold going over, once again, we talk about how Team Heretics look to show up in this game. Shao is two and a bit items for Sonya's, 2 and a bit for Tristana. Engaged from Stend here, though, and once again goes a little bit deep. He's going to be permafrosted, but no follow-up kill. Koya back as Jojo is now back as well. Looks for the knock-up, gets shielded. Gets a little bit as there's the ulti. Mewin in trouble, goes golden, not facing anything. Chain corruption work as well. Maybe an opportunity for Team Heretics, but Carlson separated. Has to flash away while meanwhile Camilo is just hit by Jojo. That was the banana Yone, but he still gets Camilo in the end. Shao probably knows that there's no way near, and he'll take it so damn quick. So yeah, Soul just goes to Koi. Can't believe he hit a couple of autos and Qs. With that snap, it just makes it so that Koi are kind of back in the driver's seat in this game. Soul down.
There are moments in history that we don't need to remember.
Who is better, Hachani or Kasing? You can vote now.
I'm not going.
Okay, that's all right. I'll take you somewhere else. Stender's caught out. He's trying to go back home, but there's no support for him whatsoever. It's an easy pick. This time the ult hitting is onto Jojo. Blackett's trying to get a return kill, but he flashes back towards his team, and Jojo stays safe. 5 members of Koi alive, and Blackett just has to sit there and watch.
This should be an uncontested Baron now. 5 members still alive. The jungler gone for Heretics. means that this Baron should be easy pickings. Flackhead and Camilo are in the area, but I don't really see what they can offer here.
Jojo just healed up a bunch of health. Ulti used, Camilo knocked up, an attempt made and no escape. There you go, Baron picked up. And Carlson on the run, but thanks to Super popping the Yobu's Ghost Blade, there's going to be some chase here. Out of energies, Carlson, he ults back in, but he too will join the names. Flackhead burnt down for his fame, and Jojo with yet another one. Koi, this is still their game.
A one-sided affair, a bit of a blip when Jojo ended up losing his life around that first Baron attempt, but now this should be an easy win for Koi. They have the Nexus within their sights, and with the Baron empowered minions, they're making the way towards those towers.
Yeah, not a bad game from Koi. I mean, those moments in the early game will still be looked at how all lanes but Jojo. We're in a good spot for Heretics, but one slick fight, one slick move, and Koi walk away with a 32-minute win here in game one in their best of 3. More kills, please. He went 6-1 and 5, nice end.
Dominant performance from Koi as they start this series off strong. I like their draft. I like what they came in with, their priorities in the picks. And they played their individual lanes very well. Impressive.
Here, it's Jojo putting with Atalia, and you have a Vi. It's very easy to find someone to blow up here. 2v2, especially good for the mid lane.
Looks like, to me, right, MKoi has a really good idea of their identity and what they want.
Cast the G2 Fnatic game.
Yeah, I have. I think last split, my ending call had something about Kings. I did have Legacy in it. I had new Emperors, all in engage. Okay, finally some action. Jackson is Alvaro. He's okay. He just walks away. Meanwhile, Camilo is not. And once again, this mid laner from Team Heretics, he's going to be in trouble. This time, first blood going over to Jojo.
Very nice collapse comes through from Koi. There are definitely still things that you can point to as areas of improvement, like when he went over the Baron pit and then died.
That was areas of improvement. To be fair, though, you're right. You pointed that.
There have been so many organizations and players. Yeah, that they were such. I mean, the JDG Golden Road could have happened. Oh,
it could have. Engage finally happening. Maybe a pick. Team Heretics need a bit of damage down, but they'll find it, and Flacken gets a cash in from downtown.
That's a big cash in. How much gold? That's a 1.1k gold lead now for the Draven.
Okay.
I have to know, actually. Let me check.
Oh, you got the god powers, don't you?
Have a quick look.
Sten might be in trouble, though. Good seismic shove. Hang on. Team Heretics support. Just caught out. Jojo, easy kill there. Not sure what Sten was trying to do, but on a ward, he'll die for it. Mirwin maybe in trouble now. All out's going to be popped between World there.
First dragon of the game. I wonder if Heretics will feel confident enough. No, Draven is going back to base. So they will not feel confident enough to fight this. Bloodthirst are completed for Flacket, which is a nice item pickup for him.
Sten died to this ward before, I believe, and let's see what happens this time. One more hit.
Yeah, the supports have it good now.
They really do.
They don't know. Back in our day,
the supports were absolutely rubbish, and now they complain, but seismic shove, I'd be complaining too. Sten caught out again. Jojo finds him, and that's 1,300 gold through mid. You just talk about how the Draven's ahead in his lane. Flacket is going to have to deal with the fact that Jojo is going to one-shot. And look at that. While we get into this fight, maybe some damage to come out of the Victor. He's gone, Betty's item. Alvaro going to get stunned up, but no, on the edge of the gravity field, while Team Heretics are the healthier ones moving in. Alvaro just needs an engage, but a setup from Stand is really nice. Sets up with the ult from Flacket. Stand aside is good enough. No catch in, but a kill. Opening up a Stand is going to be the trading back. Team Heretics run as a group with the eye exposed. Taken by Sheo in the end. An advantage so far with the objective on top, and Koi, all they find is Stand again.
It's just a trade of support. Definitely works. He could also go for Zhonya's if he's worried about the dive.
No.
He just starts with the AP.
Don't say that. We don't want that.
But right now, Heretics is in a pretty good position. I think they're happy with how the game state is right now. Koi would rather allow
only one item for a Victor. Used to him doing absolutely rubbish damage on his first item. As a turret's going to go down, always upset, because that dude, you know, he was good until they got caught, and then he blamed it on Frodo, and then he became evil. Apart from that, he was changed. Flash away. A change from Flacket, by the way, but he's now gotten caught out. He walked up to Mintara, and Alvaro just slaps him. Flash in, Sten, all in. but Jojo matches it. Sten might be in a bit of trouble here. There's a flash engage, finally an all in, and the Aurora all out. It's a circle of death. It's like the One Ring, take it off. Team Heretics running for their life, but Carlson, as he all outs himself, the one that was better was Mirwin. Super flies in. Camilo runs back and in with a better build. There's nothing you can do. Jojo on the chase for the last member, but it's just like game one, Betty. One major fight to rule them all.
A beautiful dive comes through from Koi as they set their sights on the Draven.
Decent AP, right? What is it, 100 as well?
I think so.
Oh, now you got a mouse just to remind me.
105.
105. What a random number.
Yeah, I swear it was 120 for a while.
I think it was. It was
and then they brought it down to 100, and then they nerfed the cost. Adakan going to be started off, and Camilo's top lane does have TP, but the Skarner's also top lane. So, yeah, there's not much Heretics can really do about this. Voracious going to be locked down.
And I'm going to be honest, for fans at home, I'm sorry, you know, we had some good moments from Heretics, even in this game again with the Flack and shutdown. But then we just get to mid-game, and one fight blows it all out.
Yeah, a single fight really is all Koi is needed in both games. That has given him full control.
I hate Carlson, I think.
He's gone between the turrets.
Yeah, okay, I'll talk about that in a second, because you're right, it's a sandwich. Jojo snaps him in. Would you like more salami with that? I think you would, because there's a lot more meat to go. Double kill already picked up, and Koi, it's going to happen just like last game. It's a Monday, isn't it? No one really likes him, and especially Team Heretics after this. Shadow's just in no man's land in mid. Knock up, knock back into the rocks. Be with your family, because after all, Scorpions and rocks, they have to be related, don't they? Camilo running for his life, and you know, what can he do? Baron's now up. That's free for Koi.
And again, it comes back to what we were talking about in the draft. Sure, in lane, the idea behind the Draven is cool, but in the context of the comp, he has a very difficult time being able to execute. That is very dependable. So I think Koi is building a really strong foundation with strong laners. And again, for them it was a clean transition from having a lead into closing out a game. And again, there was a small blip in game one, but by and large, they have demonstrated that they're capable of doing it.
Hang on, finally,
and as I
impaled.
say that.
Mirwin, he's burning down, but will he die? No, it's not a burn build, but there is a shutdown from Blackett. Nice snipe. And they needed that. He's on 3 items, but he definitely needed a bit of ramp.
So these blunders still happen from time to time, but Camilo now very deep in the lane.
Big blunder, isn't it? Elyoya can get a free ulti here. Jojo joins in, and with this burst of the duo, there's no way the Victor's getting out of this. Sonya's might be available, but no use for it. Jojo picks up the kill there, and with one good moment comes many good ones for Koi again.
They have enough minions to secure this bot lane tower, I suspect. It's going to be difficult for Heretics to keep this one alive.
So while this goes down, Betty, my question is for you. Do you think today Team Heretics reacting to this Dragon? It's not a soul, but 7k gold down. They're definitely going to feel it with a 3-item Talia, an almost 4-item Kai'Sa that's going on, giving a lot of respect. Seismic Shove doesn't
Look
connect.
at where Carlson is. He's literally sitting on top of Flackhead.
True.
There to try and provide that safety. Look at the fight, look at the fight!
I'm looking. There's the Weaver's Wall, and I've now found out. Seismic Shove sets up, and Blackett's just dead. That's a big part of your damage. Now what?
Yeah, that was not much Cassante could do to protect his AD carry there. They turned their attention to Sheo.
Because Sheo was looking for Mirwin, and it is to his detriment. Sheo is just going to drop. Nice ulti from Mirwin yet again. In the circle of death, Camilo stands. The Chaos Storm that only tickles. Yes, doing a bit of damage, but Jojo's going to withstand it, and Carlson takes Alvaro over the wall. It's his escape, but Super matches it with his own flash, and now with a second skin, triple kill. Koya back to where we thought. 10k gold lead, another ace, and the game in the palm of their hand.
A 5-for-0 ace in convincing fashion. Elyoya finally finds the flank. Flackhead doesn't even burn any of his summoner spells. Once again, we see a perfectly executed dive onto the AD carry, and now they will set their sights onto the Nexus. Flackhead will respawn in time, though.
Yeah, I don't know if they can end. That's one minion. They've got to keep him alive, so tanking up has to continue on. The ulti from Flackhead doesn't work out too well, but the Nexus is now bare. Team Heretics had some decent early games, but one fight again in each game here tonight brings Koi to a 2-0. A much better result after their hard start against KC and G2, but Koi are on the board in spring.
A very strong series.